Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all ages. You're me, David W302. And I'm going to do one thing first before I start, and that's actually going to have the comments going down the side. That way I won't have to constantly look at that. Um, it's a new thing I want to do. Yeah, there we go. Right, hopefully that won't be too much of a distraction for me. Just made that slightly smaller though. I'm not keen on this. No, I'm not. I don't like that. I really don't like that. There we go. Much better. Nice big guy. There we go. Right. So, as you know, people who follow my channel, who are subscribed to my channel, I've been wanting to do this Destiny lore for a while now. I do play Destiny. I've been a day one Destiny fan. However, every time I've played Destiny, I haven't really paid that much attention to the in-game story. I know there is no in-game story, but like the lore cards and things like that. Over the last year or two, I have slowly been getting more and more into my lore, reading more and more about the lore and getting more into it. So I have a reasonably good general knowledge. I am by no means a lore expert. I do get muddled up, and my accuracy with names is not very good. So part of that and part of this is that I wanted to do this stream, um, and for however long till Destiny 2 comes out, and see how much of the story we can uncover by reading the lore. I'll be using my phone to get the lore and things like that, laptop, all that type of stuff. I'll be reading the lore to you, reading the lore to you, trying to pronounce everything right. And yeah, so to start off with, let's go and start. Now, I put out a voting on my Twitter. Subscribe, the link's down below, and you guys wanted me to be a hunter. So I deleted my hunter. As you can see, this I've already deleted the hunter. I did that last stream. I have done all three playthroughs several times, but this time I'm actually focusing on the story. So yeah, let's see how we get on. Also another thing, when I've been doing the research in this, I came across something called Dead Dead Destiny. Destiny, pretty much permadeath. So if I die in this at any point, I'm going to have to restart. That's also what I'm going to be doing on top of just trying to get lower in that, just to add that little extra element of fun on top of it. And also, we don't have that long left till Destiny 2 comes out. I'm working a lot. I'm away to start college, so until Destiny 2 comes out, when I've got a whole week off, this is what hopefully we'll mainly be focusing on when I can. Because I have been missing this. So let's do this. Let's see. Let's go exo female. Yeah. Pretty cool. I forgot you could do all this, you know that? 37, Bungie's favourite number. They want spot heat. Can I remove these dots? Uh, let's see. I like that one, but I don't like the dots. I like that. That's pretty cool. Okay, fuck it. Actually, no, let's go awoken. See, let's try a male. A male might be better. Oh, spots on him. Let's give him badass. Yeah, that's better. I like his blue eyes. Oh yeah, he's looking badass. Blue eyes, blue eyes. Gee, what's the orange like? Oh yeah, now we're talking. Can I change that to the green? Yeah, orange and green. Yeah, there we go. No markings. There we go. So this opening scene is actually before, is after Earth had sent the first ship to Mars, and they detected that the traveler had been coming, and terraforming planets, Mercury and Venus. Each time was too far out of range, so they sent 3 astronauts to go to to go to Mars when it reached Mars and meet the traveler. Um, they didn't like having guns. They had a script in that. I'm just trying to remember. I can't remember the name of the character, who was actually sent to Mars. It'll be somewhere in the first few cards. But yeah, and he didn't say it right. That's all I can really remember. They were completely off target. They'd hit a storm as well, and they were about a few kilometers, so they had to walk. So they still didn't like having guns. Made them slow, made them heavy, but they carried on walking to the point. Um, this wind and that, the traveler is actually terraforming the planets at the moment. And that's why it begins to rain and the air begins to fill with oxygen. And that pretty much is all you really get to see. See what this is.
We called it the
Yeah, there we go.
Traveler, and its arrival changed us forever. Great cities were built on Mars and Venus. Mercury became a garden world. Human lifespan tripled. It was a time of miracles. We stared out at the galaxy and knew that it was our destiny to walk in the light of other stars. But the Traveler had an enemy. A darkness which had hunted it for eons across the black gulfs of space. Centuries after our golden age began, this darkness found us. And that was the end of everything. But it was also a beginning.
So what does... Happy Horn, brilliant. And that there was showing you the actual collapse and things like that. We don't actually know what happened during the collapse. That's one of the things we know. The outer planets, Pluto, things like that were the first ones to fall. And then you've got where, and that's where the Nine stay. You know where Zor and all that is. That's where he hangs out. Then you've got where the hidden, where the, oh, what are they called again? That purpley people. That Woken hang out just before there, so it's like us, we're still safe. The Woken live properly in the danger zone, and then out on the proper outer realms, if you can imagine, like Pluto and things like that, is where the Nine are, and they were the first ones to die in the juvenile colonies and things like that. Here, the ghost is actually just looking for its own guy, and this is the thing. There's a typical criteria for when you actually get awoken, what you need to have, and a lot of it comes down to just having a great connection, some sort of connection with the traveler beforehand, which now makes sense now that you think about where you're found and where everyone's found. We're in this thing trying to get under the traveler's light.
Is it possible? There you are.
And this is the first time we get woken up.
Guardian? Eyes up, Guardian. It worked. You're alive. You don't know how long I've been looking for you. I'm a ghost. Actually, now I'm your ghost, and you? Well, you've been dead a long time. So you're going to see a lot of things you won't understand. This is fallen territory. We aren't safe here. I have to get you to the city. Hold still. Don't worry, I'm still with you. We need to move, fast. We won't survive long out in the open like this. Let's get inside the wall.
Let's see, what is this? Your ghost built this wired armor from available mass of needless life support, but little else. Your ghost built this wired armor from available mass. Life support, life support, life support. So this is your basic skin here. This is what you were always wearing
I didn't bring you back just
underneath.
for you to die again. We have to move.
Let's see. We are not safe here, Guardian. I didn't just find you to leave once again. We're behind the city walls. Okay. So,
You can hear me, right? We are going to die out here.
oh, shut up a
I need
second.
you to trust me on this. We'll be safer inside.
Okay. So pretty much the ghost is just trying to doesn't really tell you much. He just wakes your ass up, gives you material, and calls you a guardian. He's like, yo, get your ass inside. Now, it's interesting that the Fallen are the first ones we should see yet, because they're probably the ones that I reckon we can most relate to, in some way and form. And quite simply, that's because there's 4 races that we know of that the Traveller has been to in the past. 2 of them we've met, 2 of them we haven't. One of them is the Fallen. The Fallen had their own thing like the Golden Age. Not only that, it had, they also had a collapse when the Traveller left them. So, you know, we sort of recognize with them, and all they really want to do is get their, get the Traveller back. I believe it's the Fallen. So yeah, pretty sure there was a ghost in one of these cars. Don't even know if I can pick up ghosts. I'll see, 'cause I know there's one like.
Okay, I need to find you a weapon before the Fallen find us.
Where is it? There's a thing that you jump up on, there's a ghost above it. It's been a while since I've done this.
Quiet. They're right above us. tight. Fallen thrive in the dark. We won't. We need more light. I'll see what I can do. Another one of these hardened military systems. And a few centuries of entropy working against me. They're coming for us. Here, I found a rifle. Grab it. I hope you know how to use that thing.
An ancient weapon, battered and worn, but it still fires. Perhaps it's been waiting for you.
Watch for motion on the tracker.
Oh shit, I better actually move where my camera is. There we go, at least now I can actually see.
There's more ahead. Keep it up. A loot cache. Let's see what's inside.
Emerge and defeat the enemy at extreme range. The Colored City hails from a lightning and from that once guarded the city walls builders. Lineage that once guarded the city walls. So that would be the Titans. Spans from the Titans, because they're one of the first people that defended the walls.
Trip mines. Don't touch them. Fallen have a tighter hold on this place than I thought. Just a little bit further. Let's hope there's something left out there.
No. I could have swore there used to be a ghost down here. I'll know because I know where one ghost is off the top of my head by memory. It's when you first exit here. It's on top of the thing. But yeah, I honestly thought there was a ghost in there. Could be thinking of another area.
This was an old cosmodrome. There's got to be something we can fly out of here. Incoming! Fallen ships, this close to the surface. Move!
Oh my god, my jump. I miss having a boost jump. Oh my god, no wonder people hated this. When it first came out, when you can even jump.
I'm picking up signs of an old jump ship. Could be our ticket out of here.
A lone wolf who lives for the perfect shot. See, I thought I'd be getting more cards. Huh. Maybe they don't come just yet. So we can't even scan these things. Come on, give me my grenades. Oh my fucking. See, this is devils. These guys are like controlled by the House of Kings.
There's a ship. Clear them out.
They're also the guys that you see against Siva, while working with Siva. Raha.
All right. Let me see if I can get us out of here. It's been here a while. Hasn't made a jump in centuries. We're lucky the Fallen haven't completely picked it clean.
Will it fly?
I can make it work.
Oh my god, zombie! I was fucking right! He does say in the very first fucking opening scene! Yes! 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 For viewers who don't know, me and Zombie were having a discussion about whether or not the Guardian was silent or not.
Now, above that transmitter. Bringing you in. We can come back for them when you're ready. Let's get you home.
And there's the first scene of the Exo Stranger. It's the first time you actually see her. Nobody really knows who she is. There's a couple of good theories out there. Hopefully we'll actually be able to dive into some of them. I got a ship. 0 deaths. Yes. So what we're expecting. As you see, the Cosmodrome is actually a fair way from where the city is. I reckon there's Cosmodromes in Russia, but this is somewhere else. They were just found at a teleportation station. A space station, pretty much. The last tower. And the first time you see the Traveler.
Welcome to the last safe city on Earth. The only place the Traveler can still protect. It took centuries to build. Now, we're counting every day it stands. And this tower is where the Guardians live.
There's been a few reasons. Let's see. Oh, there we go.
From the ruins of Caracas.
Next step. I was really hoping I'd be getting the glimmer things at the bottom here. Apparently not. Huh. Okay, I might have to do... Let's see. Travel is run by a group called the Vanguard. You will report to Cade 6, the mentor of all new hunters. He has a sense of humor. Speak with Cade 6. So you're already introduced to Cade 6 if you're being the hunter. Cade 6 is probably one of the best backgrounds available, in my opinion. He's one of the first exos that we know of. He's been around. He was a human originally, we believe, and has been around since.
The eyes I lost.
Since
What have you
since before it was. He's been around since before the collapse. He was a human who was around during the Golden Age, got into some debt, and ended up needing to do some work. So let's see.
You ready to get out in it?
Well, hey there, stranger. Welcome to the tower, a new hunter. I'll toast to your health, but I'm supposed to be all reputable now.
What did you find?
A good... What's this? Next thing. Good to have you on your feet. It's rough out there in the wilds. Take this. Put it on your knees. Your eyes clear. The winds are a rough place. Provisions for newborn guardians. A set of hunter wired armor. A stash of glimmer to improve it or buy. Other gear.
Nice work.
Okay. Equip new armor by pushing start. Can't get any of this yet. Oh, hey. Let's see. You're new to the Wildos. That's alright. Watch your back. Shoot straight. Conserve your hold your head right high. You're a hunter. Fair enough. Details. Okay. That gun's a mess. A credit to you making it out of the hospital with that thing. Go request a new one. Benchy is expecting you. Oh, here we go. Speak to you. Towers are good because by area. That's not humor, right? Me, I always go for something sleek. and designed, but when you're starting out, just aim for armor that'll keep you alive as long as possible, living as long as possible. The making of a Guardian armor is covered with smaller outfits, specific vendors, scavengers. It's mostly Golden Age text, heavily designed or craft when you need. See, it's already speaking about the Golden Age in its tech in the fucking second mission you're doing and things like that. I'm just away to quickly look at something. Okay, so apparently you can't collect the dead ghosts. This is just going to be looking more at that. I will get a list of all the dead ghosts you can find in each area and read the glimmer cards that way. Um, that's slightly annoying, I must admit, because it would be interesting just to get a bit of things. But anyway, let's see. Just now, we're just going through what we can see and what we can know. And what I know really is more what I'm thinking.
Bring back some stories, Guardian.
So let's see. Who's this?
Our strength is not what
What
it
mission
was.
is this? Kate 6. Kate
What do you
6.
say?
Who's this? What? I know
Across
who
the
this is.
system, our enemies are
New quest.
retreating.
Complete the Shadow
Vast
Thief
gaps
Strike.
in the wake of our
Old
recent
foes
The
among
Vanguard
Devil
has fallen you
Splicers. The
once
Hive
again.
and Vex have returned. Guardian. The Vanguard will call on you again, Zavala.
You have your orders. I know you'll do your duty. Four
Hey,
will
Hunter.
be behind you.
Vanguard Elite. Okay, let's abandon these because these are later on. Let's just focus on the missions that we know of just now.
I can spare a minute.
So we've got to go and see the
Give me the roster.
gunsmith.
Let me see what they've got.
Shut. You've come to the right place.
See, I don't really know much about this guy. A new Guardian, right, sure, pick a gun. It's been keeping them clean and paired. Won't jam them. Auto rifle. I used to love my hand cannon. Actually, hand cannon would suit being a hunter. You know, Kid 6 uses a hand cannon. The golden gun's a hand cannon. Yeah, let's go hand cannon. Not buy any of these. Level 4, level 4, level 8. Level 8, level 32. Okay.
Careful out there.
The market for weapons seems fierce competitive, but the foundries that heavy weapons or big toys like Suros, Tex Machine Hawk, and Omlan, but there are always new enemies and leaving the field of battle. With no Suros, Tex Machine Hawk, and Omlan, I don't recognize them. So before we go anywhere, we'll need to upgrade their shit. That thing has been out of action for years. Hopefully we'll have some good news for us. So it's the first time I actually speak to Amanda Holiday. See, straight away you get inducted to everyone in the tower. Um, at least just about everyone.
Hey. Good morning, Guardian.
So, jump ship, Cirrus Tower jump ship is much better than when it arrived. So, Arcanes were the most common jump ships during the go. They're used for both transference and planetary exchanges. The remains have been remote and mostly Earth-based base points. Already read that.
You know your stuff.
Nothing left.
Straighten up and fly right.
We made it out the Cosmo with a ship and it turns out to not have a warp drive. Typical. Savandam will know what to do, I hope.
It takes a loving touch to do it right.
So, the people we most know about are these guys here, I would say. Well, the people I don't most know about. They're not the people I want to most know about, but in saying that, they have the best connection with the Vex, and also with Cade 6. As pretty much Cade 6 and the leader of these guys were, well, she was in a relationship with someone else who, they were both scientists working on Venus, on a Vex project. It tells you a lot about that in the Glimmer cards. Why, what does the future bring? We alone have the answers. It's always been war. War between humans, war between species, war between light and darkness. War is fundamental fabric of the universe. Dare we define it? Will you help us prepare?
This war has no
So yeah, her and Cade 6 were not this woman, but the leader of, well, one of the scientists working on vet projects. She was in a relationship with someone else. Cade 6 sort of had a thing for her. And they never actually got together, but what happened was an experiment happened where they couldn't quite tell who was who. We'll go more into that in another stream when we actually meet the Vex and things like that. What's more important is that something went wrong and Cade 6 caused some damage later on, end up having to go and become an exo. These guys later on were running a similar experiment to what was going on before, and people started freaking out. These guys were running badass experiments. So yeah, that's quite interesting. They're also one of the most protagonists against the speaker, as well. Whereas I have always liked Dead Orbit. Don't really know much about them, but they're probably my favorite guys. Actually, let's go and read up on the first glimmer card that Dead Orbit gives you. Destiny, Dead orbit. Or cards. First entry. So what's this in? That sucks. There we go. Ghost fragment, dead orbit. All? Hello? Are you? Oh, please. Let it be alive. Wake up, little ghost. Wake up. Just please give me some sign that you're listening. Alright. I don't need. I know you're listening. Why would you be out here if you weren't here too? It's a miracle I found you out here. On this thing. I don't need the traveler. I don't know. I didn't know the travelers sent its ghost out this far from home. Poor little lost thing. Please wake up. I am Arch of Dead Orbit. I am the last of the crew of the Sofan. And this place is... It doesn't have a name. We call it A113. How long have you been here, little ghost? Why did you come? Listen, we came here on behalf of the fleet. We were scavengers. 61 days ago, a dead orbit scout detected an unknown presence in orbit around Caesar 113 West. Looked Golden Age by the signature. Human, a small station, no prior records. I suppose we have disclosed it to the tower. Should have disclosed it to the tower. But we didn't. I didn't. That was my call. I wanted it for ourselves. Whatever it was. For the fleet. If we told the tower, maybe they might have sent a guardian. Not out of our making instead. Doesn't matter now, does it, little one? If I ramble, it's because I haven't slept in 7 days. 7 points. 5 days ago, there was that was when Sophia dropped into the belt. They saw us at once. We dropped and the alarms went off. And that was the end. That was the end right then. But they let us go on for another 7.5 days. Didn't they? The alarms. Hostile scans detected. An awoken ship has us in sights. Just a couple of 100 kilometers away. Like it had been waiting for us. It could have wiped us out of space right then. But instead it crippled our engines and our comms. And then for days it played with us like a cat. We leant halfway around the belt. And it was always there. We abandoned Sophia 1.5 days ago. We jumped ship for A113. I don't know what else to call it. I don't know what it was built for. There are these things, little keyholes. The range finders say they go on for thousands of kilometers. The others went instead and found, well, some of them are still screaming about the eye. All of the other voices that came back are more terrible. This salvaged here orbit in it. There's salvation here, but I'll never come home. None of it. None of it except maybe you, little ghost. Wake up, go home. Tell them to strike A113 for records. Tell them to forget the Savannah and the mission and her crew. So, that's the city faction card for Dead Orbit right there. Obviously, they found something and went out. Um, let's see. What other ones is there? There's a few more on Dead Orbit actually. Let's see. That's Future Walcott. Let's go with Dead Orbit. The Traveler is not our salvation. Right, so this is actually the first Glimmer card in the selection. We're going to go with Dead Orbit with these guys. And let's read up a little on these guys. So, I want to be more facing you, so here we go. So, Dead Orbit City Faction, common. The Traveler is not our salvation. Another future lies out among the light of other stars. So they obviously, so Dead Orbit, that log has developed from mere fantasy into obsession with worlds beyond Earth. Now their focus is on building a star frigate fleet, collaborating together in ashes of our past of spoils and the spoils of war. So that card automatically tells you what Dead Orbit are doing. They're wanting to make a fleet to go out and find other worlds because they do not believe our salvation is on Earth and with the Traveler. At least in my opinion. Um, so, and then it goes on to that there. And it doesn't really say much else about them. At least not that I can see on here. Let me just do a search on Dead Orbit. Okay, so Dead Orbit are going to maintain presence in the tower to arm outfits their campaign in the Crucible. Dead Orbits unlock gear 293. Okay, so yeah, that's Dead Orbit. Maybe search. So we're going to be spending a lot of time on the tower. So I think it's good to get a bit of background on the tower and how things sort of began there. The tower was born during the
Tell the others about
age
us.
of the collapse, pretty much. What was happening was shit was going down. Everyone was getting together, and the Guardian the Traveler only had enough power to protect one area, really, to keep it protected with their power. This area was built. People began to break out and get angry with each other, which led to a war. So much so that it, people began fighting. This then broke down to where the speaker was put in charge, along with 3 leaders, and the factions had to go through public channels to make their demands. And this has worked since consensus. There's been a few battles where the Guardians have proven themselves worthy of their post. One that springs to mind is Twilight Gap and the Battles of Six Fronts. Um, I'm in the tower, it doesn't count as death, okay? It's only in missions, shut up. Because you've got enough light to revive, see? Dark Ages, permadeath only occurs in the dark places. So yeah. Before anyone says anything in the chat, permadeath can only occur in dark zones or on missions if your ghost gets hit. My ghost had plenty of light to revive me.
You need better gear. Stand strong.
So yeah,
Yeah, what do you got for me?
the Battle of Six Fronts and that's also where some shit
Don't
went
ever
down.
let 'em
We'll
tie
speak
you
a little
down.
bit more about that next time. Just now I want to just more focus on the first few campaigns and the people that you're interacting with. So,
Come forward.
let's see what the
Just back
next
from a
mission
while.
is. Oh yeah, warp drive to talk to Savander Holder.
Prepare for a
So
new fight.
Savander Holder was actually there at the Battle of Six Fronts. So yeah, that works out quite well. He and Lord Sax, who's the leader of the Crucible, battled together but had different ideas on how to battle, and ever since then have sort of been battling against each other. Um, doesn't really go into much detail of why they fell out. It just says ever since then there's been a tear in their relationship. So yeah. Holiday is a skeleton action. Your ship is restored. Unfortunately, her reports say your mission a warp drive. We need you out in the system, Guardian. Return to the Cosmodrome and find a replacement. Okay. So return to the. Hey. Let's see what this is saying now. So return to the Cosmodrome and hunt parts to restore your ship. Ability for interplanetary travel. Complete the mission restoration. There's a chance we will find a warp drive lying around. Then again, I spent years searching for a guardian to work with, so I'm not exactly a good luck charm. Oh, poor little ghost. Doesn't think he's a good luck charm.
Name?
Um,
What was coming? Could we have stopped it?
let's have a look at the Exo Glimmer card actually before we carry on Exo and Hunter Glimmer cards. Um,
Suspended bounty Rasputin. No claimants. Closed mission. House King's listing post. Olympus Mons. Checking for bounties, Guardian. Bounty claim. Unnamed Baron. Cosmodrome.
told Zavala. We mustn't wake them. We have.
Retrieval mission. Where Silver Crater Vesta
Guardian, hear me, please.
So let's see what we've got here. Guardians Ghost. Let's see what it says about the ghost, shall we?
I have witnessed their intent to haunt
So the ghost. In its dying breath, the traveler created the ghost to seek out those who can wield its light as a weapon, guardians to protect us, and do what the traveler itself no longer can. And that's the speaker saying that.
signs are clear.
So,
Close mission. House Exiles Relay. Palace Cluster.
let's see. Built from machinery of the traveler's light, ghosts guide their guardian's companion in the quest to reclaim our solar system. Every ghost seek out its guardian among the ancient dead. The ghosts serve as scouts, librarian, and merchant, walking ancient merchants and cracking alien codes. In the right situation, a ghost can even save a guardian from death. Like what I just said, it can save you from permadeath.
The city
And that's what we're doing, permadeath. We're okay just now.
nothing. Who has more to lose?
Oh yeah, so here's what you love about Destiny. So yeah, sorry. But ghosts are not immortal as far as guardians know. Every loss is irreplaceable. So we know that the guardians can die. We know that
Can no longer be ignored.
the guardians and ghosts can die, and that's how we're also going to be doing this. It's permadeath style. So the laws to this is if we're in a dark zone, we can die. If you can't revive, you can die. It's that simple. If the mission is failed, you can be revived. Might be cheating, but fuck you, it goes with the real laws. The next thing is a dead ghost glimmer card that I've got here, betrayed and drained of light. These ghosts are nevertheless valuable of information they preserve. They recover memories and may well provide vital to this city's survival. So, this goes to the theory that when you pick up a dead ghost, you are actually just gaining its memories that was stored on it to come back. And that's where these fragments come from. They can't tell you because they're dead, so you've just got to look at it.
And bring me
Um,
splintered claws.
the problem of dead ghosts troubles the city's scholars. And new ghosts still are new ghosts still being born, or is the number of ghosts dwelling? Will there come a day that no more remain, an end to the rise of new guardian? If the day is coming, then the city faces a desperate race to time to heal the traveler before attribute talk takes its toll. And the last one I have here, which apparently I don't have all the dead ghost fragments, which I'm quite surprised about. It is, let's see, what is this ghost called? Ghost fragment ghost, apparently. Beyond, it is a place casting shadow and emotion. Is it a real place? I know. One hot blue sun, say, and other sunny 2? 5? I like 7 better. Bungie's favorite number. Um, what I recall is a giant star with a familiar of 6 smaller suns, and you could spend days and nights counting all of the planets circling those suns. except there are no planets. Not anymore. The power is changing. Have covered up all of the worlds. And when a brown dwarf of too good measure with what rubble, the fashion of topology enclosed. Fucking hell. That's a bugger of a sentence to actually say. Let's try that again. Maybe a maybe a brown dwarf, or two for good measure. With that rubble, that fashion of topology creates enclosed, a twisting of space and time, sheltered beyond doors, that emit only who, the magic words, the bones of 100 planets have been cut, smooth and laid out like a floor, polished and loving floor, creating vast living spaces, a floor bigger than 10,000 worlds, catching the fierce glory of 7 suns, for light, for food, for beauty, and nothing escapes. No heat, no gravity, not even the faintest pure sound. It could be anywhere. It can live in the cold between galaxies, or the fluid inside matter, near enough to touch right now. I remember it, and maybe it's been exactly as I've described. 7 suns wrapped inside magic, or is it something else entirely? Perhaps a place still faint with life? An amulet of sentient souls? Some decent, or maybe less maybe a fewer of less quality, and everybody stands around or floods about, and bounce between dimensions. The point is that the residents of the hidden realm lives inside and bottle, so perfectly hidden, what they can't see beyond their own bounds. We shape a mind in vast, specific ways, but beyond is the name of a mystery doubtful reclaim can't see, which is us, of course. Interesting. So that's what the ghost fragments 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3 say. It's quite a lot of information there, to be fair, and I feel as though I've just been standing reading these for a while now. So let's carry on with the mission. So we know what the ghost fragments say and that, and we've got our own little theories going just now about how ghosts can die for permadeath working and that, and where everybody sort of stands in the area. We know a lot about Lord Shaxx, and we know Dead Orbit's plan, which is who we have decided to join. And we'll read a wee bit more about the exos and things when we encounter the Vex, because I think that'll fit in nicely then. And just now we shall carry on going to get our ship repaired and see what we can find out about the Fallen, if anything. And we've already come across one devil who you will probably know more from Siva and things. And the devils, we believe, are being controlled by the um House of Kings. So yeah. So here we go. Return to Fallen Tower and hunt for parts to restore your ship for implements travel. Level 2.
There's so little left out here. We were lucky to even find this ship. A Guardian can't do much to protect the city without one. But it needs a warp drive if we ever hope to fight beyond Earth. And that Cosmodrome is the only place I know where we might still find one. We survived the Fallen once. We can do it again. A Guardian ship was recently shot down here. If the Fallen haven't gotten to it, there might be parts we can salvage. The ship's avionics are completely catatonic, but I can cull their last transmission. They managed to restore an information hub here, down in the tunnels below. We should check it out.
Team up, Tink.
Nah, man, I'm doing this. Got my whole lore playthrough going on. Trying to work out just now what house these Fallen are actually from.
You're gay, lol.
Why? Because I won't play WWE? Wow. So yeah, you already get to see the playable area. Straight away here.
What we really need to find is a warp drive, so we can jump to any planet or moon. Our only hope is where we found our ship. We have to go back.
Download Just Cause 3, it's free.
I have. I've got it sitting in my library. But like I say, just now I'm doing this. There you are, spin metal. I need spin metal. Where did we find the ship? Over here.
You see that?
It's over 40000 GB.
Yeah, I know. Do I want to do this just now? I'm such a low level. And again, I've got some big guys with me. Suppose I could just sneak it. Oh shit. Sneak a shot at. Missed.
Well, if you say so.
There we go. I'm part of it. There we go. Give me the rewards. I want the rewards. Help me.
Smell ye later.
Smell you later, man.
Fallen, about to drop on us.
Reward. You gun.
We're out of time. More fallen. Not much longer.
Yes. Level up.
Great work.
Signing my book as well. You're really getting the hang of this hunter thing, aren't you? You've got the ability to conserve a gun out of light. You've just realized it. I'm sure Kay has some words of wisdom for you. So, look at you, so young, so innocent. Make a mistake. What's the worst that could happen? You die. No problem. Ah, joys of a guardian. Okay. that light.
Scanning for the warp drive. Bad news. It's already in fallen hands. I hope you're ready for this.
Pretty sure you can get a Daigo somewhere here. See, I know as soon as I killed that drag, that big guy's gonna come out, and I'd rather have full supplies for him coming out. Here he comes. So, Devil's Archon. So, since the Fallen are quite an integral part of the beginning of this, in fact, are a really integral part of the whole game, I might actually start reading the Fallen cards a wee bit more about the structure of the Fallen houses and things, or at least find something about the Fallen of the houses. Wow. Okay, that needs more power. Just
You just killed an Archon. And we got a warp drive.
no deaths, that's what I like to see. So, we've got the warp drive and killed an Archon. I'm willing to bet even Zavalaba will crack a smile at this one, the ghost. And then that's just part of this, and you're looking good. So there's done. So let's see, what's this saying? And then we got this, which was wide arm flexible, perfect for slight motion and capture column. Then we got this, the wilderness reclaimed Earth after they collapsed. Now hunters reclaim the wilderness. The wilderness reclaimed the Earth after they collapsed. Now the hunters reclaim the wilderness. Yeah. Fire wild, even shape business. Got an engram. A few new guns. Hand cannons rewards claim technical and sharpshooting. The Mark 10 rounds of well balanced. So that's just more explaining the weapon. Do I have anything else? Really? It's playing that again? What's up, boy? What's up, my baby? So yeah, like, share, and subscribe, folks. Let me know in the comment section down below how you actually think I'm doing with this. If you're liking the structure, I know I'm not actually getting to pick up the cards, but it's giving you an idea how I'm going to do it. And when I do get to pick up the cards, slightly annoyed that I can't do the cards that way. I reckon that would be a really good way to actually do it. But we'll know for next time. This is what these streams are all about just now. So I'm saying this is all just building up for Destiny 2, getting the practice, letting you guys do know that I do know some of the background. For example, like the Cryptarch, they're part of different genres, all from the Awoken side, and things like that. So yeah.
What do you have for us, Hunter? That looks very solid, Guardian. Always a pleasure.
Watch me be too low to use this shit just now. Yeah, level 5 bastard. Level 12. Fuck's sake. Joys of starting new characters.
Close bounty, unclaimed exiles captain and 7 dregs. Brasilia dead zone.
The city claims much. I own
Give me the roster. Let me see what they've got.
lose. Let me show you the truth, Guardian.
Show me the truth.
You've seen the sights, then. Time is your only ally. Don't let it betray you.
Let's see, let's see.
You are surviving. Good.
What have you seen?
Ah, you're still alive. That's no surprise in my fight. That's relief. When a hunter falls in the wilderness, they fall alone. You're leaving the tower. Maybe the last time I see you. Don't let that happen. You hear? Come back alive. Or as close as we get to it anyway. In the age of light and fire, simple skills still endure. Hunters endure signs of war and loss on the
Nice work.
cliffs.
All right, stay alert.
The hive didn't get you, or the fallen. Good work. Don't get cocky. The systems are a scary place. Lots of stuff out there. Bumping around the dark. reach level 10. Really getting a gunslinger.
I got what you need. Just between you and me. This is why you're my favorite.
Defeat 50 enemies with golden gun or melee attack.
Keep your head down.
Hello, Daddy.
Hello, random person. Level 5 now. Can I equip anything? Yes, I can. I can equip these. Woohoo. Look at that level go up. Look at that light. If the enemy flees, run them down. If the enemy strikes back, respawn. Speed is always the answer.
I sensed that you are my spiritual daddy. My spiritual name is the doll from the Carousel of Hell.
Nice to meet you, the doll from the Carousel of Hell. You're only just beginning your guardian career. You are already your Slain of Archon espoused. Let's see if you can maintain your technical and
I
send you back into
collect
the action.
dolls.
False
They
messages.
sit here on the bed next to me, to watch you with me.
Cool. Hi, dolls. Their position at Javon and Terrace Complex in the Cosmodrome. Scout these areas and report back to me. Right, let's see what cards we can get with these words in them.
I colored their eyes with black pencils. After that I licked the pencils. It felt good. They said that I have to find a dirty daddy.
Grimoire. Well, I'm not your daddy. God damn it. Enemies, places. Earth. Wish there was an easier way to find.
You are. You need to destroy my purity by introducing your snake in my under-temple.
Really? I think you need to go and see a therapist.
If not, you will be the target my ritual.
Okay, do your ritual.
And you will collapse.
Okay, do it. I dare you. I double dare you, triple dare you. Quadruple dare you in the butt.
I saw a therapist. I escaped from the asylum, the dolls helped me burn it. Skipping the rest. The ritual begins.
What am I looking for again? It's Jovin. Position at the Jovian and Terracin complexes. The Jovians are world
Acerso
beyond the
alias
reef.
sentential
Oh,
ut
okay.
mihi, phasmatis of interregnum ego dico, salvo mus mens mai, ego dico phasmatis audite mus placitum mus mens q.
So yeah, the Jovian and terrestrial complexes. These are the people that I was speaking about earlier behind. Ignore this guy in the stream, folks. I am so tempted just to block him, but I'm trying to be nice. So yeah, I'll let him do his whole little rant. He's probably just excited about being on the stream. Um, so yeah, this here, you're already getting told about the Jovian complexes behind the thing. Um,
Do your duty.
Patrols 101. Complete a patrol of each type. So, let's see what this is saying then now. So, the vanguard of the gay holds the darkness at bay. Control each of them and you'll get vanguard. The fallen have controlled the Cosmodrome for years. If they're shifting troops around it, means we're dealing with something new finally. You know how long I've spent looking for you. I hear Guardians complain about gunslingers in the Crucible. Go into the field through and complaints turn their helps to cries. Funny how that is. So,
Could you get me the files on most?
All quiet here, Hunter. You must be bored.
What have you earned, Hunter?
It's just as it was before we lost the moon.
Here.
complete a bounty given out of from Exton's bounty tracks existence. There's actually quite a good story about this guy in the Rajaks. We'll go into it at a later time just now. See if I can get a new gun.
Let's see these guns. I'll remember you next time. Maybe. Good weapon. Come see me if there's any problems.
Engage and defeat extreme range aliens coming and build guardians. Cool. Okay. So that's that. Well, let's go and see about the Fallen. Enemies, Fallen. They're the first people you actually get on the. Wait a minute. Fallen leadership. That sounds. There's 3-4 different categories just on the Fallen. Let's do the Fallen leadership because that's sort of what the structures I am interested in just now. So Rackers, Devil, Archon. That's the first person we meet. The Archons are links between the Fallen and their servitors. We break through those links, we break the Fallen. Archons are revealed amongst the are revered amongst the Fallen. It is unknown whether these high priests are the caretakers of the Prime Servitors or simply values about of the Prime's world. Oh, vicious attributors of the Prime's world. So pretty much the Primes, the Saboteur Primes are in control. Risk collects the skulls of the dead Guardians where he keeps them as trophies or presents them as offerings to William Prime. He sends his threats are very real and his death will bring great joy to the city, none hope. So yeah, it's the Winter's Cal. The Cal's the leader, then it's the Primes, then it's the Archons, Silent Fangs, and Barons, Skolas, Timpas. Once members of great houses, the fallen scavengers of the Golden Age, when these great houses, we can call them apart. Bunches, themes, as part as differences. Start right. So this is how we can tell the House of Devils. They've got 3 features. That reflect color, coat of arms, and the identifying mark. Devil's captain's mark, notice the colour of the crown on his helmet next to the markings on the chest piece. So they're red. So the devils are red with a weird little like 3-4 line weird little tree. So yeah, except from the captains which wear a different coat. So it mainly comes down to the colours. Okay. So yeah, House of Devils is red. Let's see if we can work this out as we play through, you know. Because I can't really remember, to be fair. I'm going to do one more mission. Next mission, whatever that may be, let's see. And then take a wee break, get something to eat, and thingy. Bounds, easy points, little... Bounties are an easy way to point guardians to little problems in the world as problems solve themselves. Patrols 101, bounties. The fallen of control they cause patrol for years. If they shift troops around, meanings will deal with sign. Finally, you'll know how long I've spent looking for you. Okay. So I've got Earth. What's Earth saying? Level 3. Investigating reports of a hidden power trapped in the Cosmodrome's array station. Break the House of Devils. Gasp on the Cosmodrome and secure a vital link to the Golden Age. That might be Rasputin. I might start with this one just to get some levels up a little bit.
There are reports that the Fallen back at the Cosmodrome are keeping a pretty tight guard on the old Skywatch. Could be one of their leaders, or it could be something valuable. The speaker's asking Guardians to look into it. Okay, the Skywatch is just on the other side of the steps. And it's surrounded by Fallen. Well, I'm ready if you are.
Okay. The story of the Fallen and the city and their battles. Their battle for the future of Earth. The Fallen have controlled the Cosmodrome for years, shifting around. Investigate fallen strongholds in the Cosmodrome. Complete the mission, The Dark Within and the War Mind. Okay. Knife.
You know, this place must have been amazing before the collapse. Thousands of humans boarding the colony ships, off to build cities beyond. Up the hill, the building with the radar, that's the Skywatch.
Pretty sure there's another door. No, there isn't. Damn. No, it's here. There's the one I'm looking for. There it is. See, there'd be one in there. Sometimes one in here, but it's a wee bit more risky. especially by playing permadeath. I mean, I hear that the new Destiny is going to be a lot more open world, which I so hope is true. I didn't really see that in the beta. It still felt quite restricted where you could go and things like that. Yeah, it was a slightly more open bit. Oh, I really want them just to be fully sort of like badass Witcher style. That would just be so cool. Fuck you, Captain.
We're in. This was one of Skywatch's old array stations. A link to the lunar colonies.
See, so this mission is all about the nine agents of the nine, really. Oh, I really wish I had kept my golden gun now.
Dead end.
Shit.
Fallen sealed this gate. I can get it open.
Don't open it. Don't open it. Not yet. Let me get a grenade. It's not a good idea, Ghost. Trust me. Ready? Let's do this. Go, Ghost, go.
Fallen really didn't want anybody getting in or out. What is this? Lots of motion ahead. I've got a bad feeling about this. The hive.
That was too fucking close.
There's a wizard here. You have to kill it.
Wizard Harry. Gore breath and spawn.
The Hive haven't been on Earth in centuries. The darkness could be a lot closer than we think. We should probably get moving.
Cool rocket launcher, nice. I got myself a rocket launcher, 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 got myself a rocket launcher. I like pulse rifles. It's alright. So there we go, folks. That has been my first Destiny lore stream. We have read most of the ghost cards. I'll need to find out where that third ghost card is, and go on the hunt for it to see what it's saying. Let me know what one you'd like me to read next time, and we will carry on with the missions and reading as we go. I think that is going to be the best way, in my opinion, to go about this. Like I said, I'm all new to these lore streams. I'm all new to everything like that. I'm not, again, these are unscripted, unedited. Things will be wrong, things will get muddled up, but hopefully as I get more into this, take more notes, we will hopefully. And it all also depends on how much work I have to do with college as well. Even if it is just one a week, it'll have to be one a week. There we go. So we'll see, we'll find out. But we will be doing another one of these today, carrying on with the story and getting on. I'm literally just going to wait, get some food, and then come back and do a wee bit of research on things that I'd like to know. And yeah, that pretty much sums up the stream. We'll finish up here. Like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. Finish up reading these things and doing these little bits before we start. So let's see, we just got this. Exor was Alexander was representing to deal with bounties after an incident. Remember, like I was telling you, him and the red dudes. With some powerful cleaning splash, you burn through the deck. Place planting once they were taking away your mopping privileges. You burn through the deck planting once and they take away your cleaning privileges. Against the Hive. Talk to the speaker. The Hive on Earth. If you think the Fallen are bad, well, we need to alert the speaker. You'll know what to do. So this is my first instance of really having anything to deal with the speaker. Before that it was the Vanguard guys, so hunting in trolls, and I have done that one. Forgot any other. Oh fuck. Reach level 10 and kill 50 of the path slingers. So there we go. we'll carry on, like I say, after I go and get some food. What's this one say? Yeah, we'll go with that. And my new rocket launcher. So yeah, hit that like, share, and subscribe button, people, and we'll catch you on a wee bit.